How do you find joy in times of uncertainty? I'm going to tell you a little story about something that happened with me the other day that is kind of sad, kind of uncertain, and how I found joy. But first, I'm Margaret from A Mindful Emergence, where we offer simple steps to get out of your head into your body and get unstuck. And if you like this video, please click on like or the thumbs up and also subscribe by hitting the notification bell. And also, if you have a comment, we love to hear your comments. So, what happened the other day? Kind of a sad thing. I had brought my pet, my cat, Freya is her name. She's an older cat, to the vet on Friday, and everything is fine. And on Monday, we got results of her blood tests, and they were not good. She is appearing really healthy and vibrant, but her blood test has revealed that she's got some issues, and we're going to need to take her back in and learn some new skills to take care of her on a daily basis. So this news was really shocking because we thought she was doing fine. And obviously, I think cats and dogs can hide the fact that they're not feeling well. So maybe that's what she's doing. And she might be at the end of her life or nearing it. So we don't really know. So we're kind of sad. And we were holding her and we were talking about, what would we like to do? What action should we be taking for her? So we've decided that we're going to learn some new medical skills to take care of her needs. So we were feeling kind of um, despairing a little bit sad. And the next day, I was outside. I was doing yoga with a friend in our front yard. And Eddie came out and he had this look like, something just happened. And I looked over at him, I said, "What's going on?" And he said, "Something just happened that was really strange." And so we stopped what we were doing, and I said, "What happened?" And he said, "Freya had a bird in her mouth." I said, "In the house?" Yeah, in the house. Well, we've got this tiny little porch that's screened in, and there's just a tiny little opening way up at the top that perhaps a bird might have gotten in, but somehow, a bird got in, probably in that area of the house, but all that Eddie heard was a lot of running around and ruckus going on. And he came over to little Freya. She's only 8 pounds. She's an old lady and she's never done this before. We've never had a bird in our house. She's never caught anything in the years that we've had her. We've had her for about 5 years or so. And so Eddie was able to get the bird out of her mouth, brought it out to the porch, thinking that it was dead, and put it on the table. And it wasn't dead. It stood up and promptly flew away. And so I just laughed and I thought, wow, okay, this is telling us something about her life force energy, her connection to her body. And perhaps this is really good news that she has a lot of life still left in her. So, what does this all mean to me and to you? How to find joy in moments of life that are uncertain, maybe sad, maybe you have some despair or hopelessness about the future. And how do we connect with the joy that can be wrapped up in the same situation that is sad? Well, we have to have an active and intentional uh, sense of attuning to the whole shebang, everything that's going on. Really, hope is a really powerful tool or thread, that shimmers through in the face of adversity and it leads to resilience. So, my hope is there may be something that we can do for her. This medical procedure that may be required on a daily or semi daily basis may be really helpful, to prolong her life. What can I do to help? Well, I can learn some new skills. I've never done these kinds of things before in medical procedures on cats, but I am present to all of my sensations and emotions. The night before, I was feeling sad. The next day that this happened, I'm feeling, well, there's a little bit of hope for us all. So here's one thing that can really help. It's adding the word yet to the end of a stressful thought. So, for example, I might have thought, this may be the end of Freya's life. Maybe she's going downhill. And yet, there may be something that I can learn to do for her that can prolong her life and our enjoyment of her. So, I have gratitude for what I can learn. I have gratitude for the happy, joyful moments where she's revealing her life force and her youthfulness. I can watch my own thoughts about how this may be difficult for us to move through. I can journal about my thoughts and my feelings and the sensations in my body of tension and release of tension. That can prove to me later, as I look back at my journal, that I have made progress, that things don't last forever. Because sometimes it feels like I'm stuck and things are not changing. And yet, these kinds of ways that I can watch my thoughts and journal about them are very helpful. I can also move my body and free up that stuck tight energy. I can I kind of think about it this way. I take my consciousness by the hand and I lead it out of the brambles. You know, if you ever been stuck in some, brambles in the forest, gone off the path a little bit and kind of found yourself all wound up in some brush, and you kind of just lead yourself out. Oh, here's the path. Here's the clear path. It's kind of like that. I lead my consciousness out of a negative thought stream and I take it by the hand very gently, kindly, with patience and say, you know what? That's not really helpful right now. Let's start thinking about other things. And affirmations, they can be really helpful. Like when I'm holding her in my arms and I can feel her joyful, warm, furry cat purr, I can say, I am holding her in a moment. This feels really good and soft and kind. And I know this might not last forever. So I have a realistic view of things. She's an older cat and her health seems to be failing. But right now, things are okay. So let me know what you think about all of this. And take good care of yourself.